Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So welcome, and as you can see on today's agenda is going to be our trip to Europe. So as you can see, I have kind of a breakdown here, and what this is actually I'm going to give you the best idea on what it costs to travel abroad for 1 month to 8 countries. So first of all, you have to factor in a lot of things. A lot of things that you may not think of. First being a train. Trains are going to be literally your main source of transportation while you're there. Buses, cabs, a lot of those things are not normal, as well as if you're home, you don't have to worry about shelter. You also don't have to worry about food, because most of your food is going to be prepared by eating out. What is not prepared by eating out is you're doing your best at preparing in the circumstances that you have. So you're going to be eating probably fresh foods, but they could be a little bit more expensive because of that. That being said, a couple things that I wanted to show you. I have a breakdown on hotels, flights, Eurail pass, which is the train pass that I suggest you get because it's going to save. Also tours and trains reservations. Now, what train reservations are, or booking fees are, is with the Eurail, once you're traveling around Europe, you actually have your Eurail pass, which costs, I got a 7-day pass, which is a global pass. It goes for 28 countries. And in US dollars, it's $617.27. Now, that is one fee, but you also have train reservations that are not included. Booking fees are also not included. So if you're going on an overnight train or an extended train, longer than, from country to country, usually you're going to have a mandatory or compulsory, they call it, charge to where you have to pay this price in addition to your regular booking fee, which was your Eurail pass. Meaning you could have your Eurail pass and they want you to, in advance, book this and pay an additional maybe $10, maybe $20, maybe $30, plus $8 to the Eurail company for making that reservation with that local train company. You can usually avoid that if you go and find out who that local train company is and make your reservation there. Honestly, it's just easier, bite the bullet, pay the $8. Yes, that is every single time you do that. So it's $8 per train ride that they want to make that charge to you. It sucks. Also, order your train tickets in advance, your reservations in advance, a minimum of 2 weeks. Because I just ordered mine 5 days before my trip, one of them, and it's from Venice to Austria, and I'm hoping it gets here before I leave. Otherwise, I'm going to have somebody ship it to me, and hopefully it's there when I get there. So, you're going to have hotels. I personally budgeted about, and I shot for about $1,000. And what that equals out to is $33.33 per day. So, I came in under budget. I have 6 days left to book because I'm trying to figure out some stuff on tours and stuff like that, so I did wait. But that being said, I came in at $27.92 per hotel times 24 days, comes out to $670.31. You transfer that, you add that 27 plus an additional 6 days, $27.92 times 6 comes out to $837.60, including the $670. So for a month's worth of hotels at an average of $27 a night, and I did hostels for all of them, you come out to $837.60. So right around $1,000. Hotels are going to cost you about $1,000, and that's on the very low end. Trust me, I shop low. The cheapest you can get, some countries, I think Brussels, Belgium, I got 2 days for $28, and that's a really weird hotel. You have to stay tuned for that one. That one's going to be a cool review. I'm going to do a review of that one. It's an interesting one. The flight, my flight, $779.60. I got a Venture One card that got me an additional $200 promo off that price. That comes to $579.60 for my flight to Frankfurt, Germany and back. My Eurail pass, like I said, was $617.27. That's in dollars, not euros. And everything's converted to dollars, just so you know, so you're not confused. I'm not using any euro calculations right now. I've transferred them all into American dollars, so it's easier for us to understand. Tours, I have about $100 in tours so far. Actually, no, $44. I have about $80 in tours right now. Actually, exactly $80 in tours. But that's going to get bigger, but I accounted for this over here. Train reservations so far are at about $250, and that's not just reservations. Don't get freaked out. $122 of that is actually separate train rides and stuff that weren't covered by my global pass. So that being said, those are going to be the majorities. And that comes to $2,358 that has been paid. I need to go through that. I have a question for myself, actually. But when you come over here, I said 8 countries, maybe more. You never know what's going to happen. I might pop into a couple. I'm thinking I'm going to try for Luxembourg and Liechtenstein. So I have to make sure that I'm able to hit those. So food is an important one, obviously. I budgeted also for food $1,000. That's $33.33 per day, roughly. And that comes out to $11.11, lucky number, per meal 3 times a day, which usually is perfectly fine. And a lot of the times you're only going to be eating, once or twice a day, and you're just running around doing lots of stuff. What that means is when you save money, you get to drink your money. You can drink alcohol, have fun with it, buy souvenirs, whatever. So in all actuality, that's probably $700 to $800, and usually it falls below the $1,000 mark. But that's a really good, safe number for you to have, especially if you want to eat at nice restaurants here and there and stuff like that. So if you save on one day, you can do a little bit heavier eating at nicer places the next day or on the weekend or something like that. So the next thing that I did not account for over here is chances are there's probably going to be trains that you have not accounted for. So always give yourself a train budget above and beyond whatever you had done. So there may be trains that are not covered, trains that you didn't expect, transportation that you didn't expect, like buses, cabs, and stuff like that. So you have a little $250 fund of train fund or transportation fund. And then you got tours. I've only booked a couple tours. I will definitely fill this up later, so it's going to be a lot more than that. So I said about $500 in tours, and that's like, river cruises, bar or pub crawls, museum entrances. That's literally any kind of extracurricular activity that you're doing, entrance to the Colosseum or whatever. So definitely keep that in mind. These, of course, these are for sure in stone. These are somewhat flexible. So, because obviously they haven't been done yet. So they may be lower, they may be higher. A good number, and this comes to, so paid $23.58, approximate is going to be $17.50. So your grand total comes to $4,108 US American dollars. What you have to remember is I'm not rich. I'll tell you what I made last night. What was I doing? Sitting on the corner? Don't judge. No, I'm just kidding. I made last year on paper at my job at Home Depot, I only made $8,000. So what you have to remember is these things are possible. You have to work side jobs. You're going to have to maybe do entrepreneurial stuff and work your butt off all year maybe to be able to afford something like this. Don't think you're just going to start a travel vlog and it's going to pay for everything in 5 days. This is a low price right here, very low price. The $4,108 is a very low number. I'm not doing an all-out frills ride. This is not, seriously. It's a very budget-minded trip, and I've saved for a couple years for it. I'm also saving for my next trip. So you will get more increasingly proficient at saving and learning what matters to you. Like, I wear scrubby clothes. I know sometimes I look, okay, this is a really big shirt. Why does this shirt feel so big? I just dropped, I do Atkins videos and stuff like that, so I'm swimming in my shirt right now. But what I want to say is, if you want to travel the world, it's a reality. You have to believe that you can. You have to stop saying you can't. When somebody comes up to you and they say, hey, you know what? I went to Paris yesterday. Or I'm going to Paris next month. And everybody's biggest mistake is saying, oh, it must be nice. Change the way you think of that. Change the way you think of that, not only with travel, but all things that you want to or aspire to do. You have to say, I can't wait until the day I go. And I know that sounds corny, but literally, if you say it must be nice, you're telling yourself mentally, I'm never going to go. I am never going to be able to, it's just not in my cards. And that is, my friend, is lying to yourself. It is so possible. It is so possible to do so many things. Seriously. People say, well, you must just have money all over the place. No, I don't. For the first time in my life, a couple years ago, I realized dreams like this are possible. And it takes hard work, dedication. If you have 50, 60 grand a year, you have no excuse not to be doing shit like this. Don't give me no damn excuse. I'm probably the poorest dude out there doing this. But I struggle and I make sure that it can be a reality for me, because I know right now with the certain cards that I'm dealt at this point in time, financially I struggle. But as you can see, if you break it down in small pieces and just chip away, chip away, chip away, it's going to become a reality for you, no matter what it is. If it's school, if it's improving your career, if it's getting a new car, if it's whatever it is, repairing your credit, I don't care what it is, losing weight, whatever it is that you are aspiring to do can be done, but big things take small chunks. People don't save $100,000 by just saying, here's $100,000, boom, and slapping it on the counter. They did $10, $20, $50, $100, $10, $5, $3, boom, 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 boom. And all those things, just like a pyramid, stack up. And once you get to the tippy top, you've achieved that goal. Like this, just chip it off. The best advice I can give you first, if you want to travel the world, or if you want to travel or do anything in life, the first thing you can do is get, where is it? This guy out of the way. $579.60. Get your biggest expense out of the way. Right away. Your flight guarantees that either you're going to lose that $1,000 investment, or you're going to get it, you're going to go to the next one. You're going to get a hotel. You're going to start booking. As you can see, $17, $26, $44, $153. Just chip them off little by little by little by little. And I promise you, before long, this is what you're going to see. It's going to be a reality for you guys. Keep up the striving for your dreams. I don't care what your dreams are. If you want a family, cool. Do it. Do whatever you, if you want to go to school, do it. Because you're not going to get another chance at this. 5 days. Stay tuned, guys. We got some awesome stuff coming, and remember to create a life worth remembering. Peace. Spread love, not hate.